What's up, everyone? I'm Ruthenna Porterfield, and this is Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna. I am so excited because I am taking this opportunity to present to some and introduce to others exactly what Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna is all about. I want you guys to know the purpose of this podcast and how it all came to be. But most importantly, I want you to know how you can join the conversation. Now, of course, this conversation is a little different because it's just me, but that's okay because I'm going to let you know how you can join this conversation a little later. So make sure you stay with me. Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna is sponsored by the Andrea Chanel Signature Hair Care Collection. For all of your healthy hair care needs, go to AndreaChanelHair.com. One of my favorite things in the world is good, intelligent, respectful conversation between two people who view the world from two very different perspectives. Now, me, I see the world from the perspective of a hill. No, I'm not talking about Beverly Hills or like Hollywood Hills. No, I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about Liberty Hill. It's the place where I was born and raised, the place where I grew up. Even just the name Liberty Hill, it informs much of the way that I see the world. And let's be real, the world is full of all kinds of innuendo and bad ideology and all kinds of lies that if we would be brave enough to admit, we've all fallen prey to at some point in some way, shape, or form. But the reason we all fall prey to something like that is because at the core of every good lie is a truth. Now, that truth may be a scientifically proven fact, or it could be someone's personal experience. Whatever that truth is, I want to get to that truth. I want us to talk about that truth because it is that truth that will free our minds. It is that truth that will liberate us. So that's why I want to talk about it, because I believe that liberation begins with the conversation. But how do we have a conversation in this crazy virtual world that we're living in right now? Well, Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna is what I like to call a social media conversation series. You see, this conversation takes place across all kinds of social media platforms. For example, if you were watching this on YouTube, you could just click the subscribe button and leave a comment on the video or any of the videos that you see on the Ruthenna Porterfield YouTube channel. Another way is going to Facebook and looking up Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna, liking, following the page, commenting on what you see there, videos, news articles about things that should be on our minds or maybe we're already thinking about. Actually, I want you to comment and give us some contribution to the content that you see there. But there's another conversation that gets really personal, and that's on my blog that is found on the website RuthennaPorterfield.com. Now, if you go to the website, you can subscribe to it, and you can also listen to the podcast. The latest episodes are right there on the website. But I also want you to go to the blog and read those articles, read those posts, because those posts are personal experiences that have profoundly affected my life. I write about things like my car being repoed last year and the severe anxiety that I deal with almost every day. It's those personal experiences that we share with each other. I want you to comment while you're at that post. Comment while you're on the website, because maybe you've been through that situation. Maybe you know someone who's been through that situation, or maybe you just have some advice or insight on what you just read. You never know how what you write in the comments could affect, inspire, or encourage or change someone who's reading them. That's the point of conversation. Now, on a lighter note, you could always follow me on Instagram or Twitter at RA Porterfield, because there you're going to see things like the music I listen to, or the television programs I watch, or just things in nature that I absolutely love. It is those things that bring joy to me. I want you to be thinking about them, and I hope that they bring you joy as well. But of course, it is all about the podcast, Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna. And a new episode will drop every 7th, 17th, and 27th of each month. Now, when I told my nephew about the 7th, 17th, and 27th, his first question was, Auntie, what's up with the 7th? I was like, oh, that's a good question that maybe a lot of people are going to ask as well. Well, here's your answer. Number one, 7s are easy to remember, but those 3 dates contribute to 3 very important words. When people ask me, give me 3 words that describe yourself, I always say I'm Christian, I'm Southern, and I'm hood. And I take all 3 very seriously. Yes, I'm a Christian first. I'm a Jesus freak to the core, honey. I am God-centered. My relationship with him drives everything that I do. And so on the 7th of each month, the Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna podcast episode is going to focus on that relationship. And the way we're going to focus on it is through a 3 to 5 day devotional that I will select and do each month from the Bible app. And guess what? You can join in on that too. It's probably one of the easiest ways to join the conversation. All you got to do is have the Bible app on your phone through YouVersion, and then friend me, friend Ruthenna Porterfield. I'll friend you back. And as soon as we know what the devotion is, you will too. And you can join and do the devotion with us. And then right after we're done, we're going to live stream an episode together. You, me, and another young woman by the name of Erin. And we're going to be talking about that devotional. We're going to talk about how it changed us, how it challenged us, what we learned. And you'll be able to leave comments live while we're talking about it. And of course, the podcast episode of that discussion will be available on the 7th of each month. So right now, if you don't have the Bible app, download it. And if you do have the Bible app, friend Ruthenna Porterfield so that you can jump in on those devotions with us. And then, of course, I'm Southern. Yes, I was born in North Charleston, South Carolina, and I learned from being Southern about decorum. And I also learned how to entertain guests. And so on the 17th of each month, which is actually my birth date, on the 17th of each month, I will have a featured guest that I'll be entertaining that I'm looking forward to each month to bring to you. It could be a celebrity. It could be someone in the private sector. It could be a professional of some type. It will always be someone that has something to share that can change you or challenge you in some way. And then I'm hood. Yes, I was born and raised on Liberty Hill, the hood of the South. And I am very proud of that place because it taught me a lot about speaking up for myself. But most importantly, it taught me about community and what community is. And so on the 27th of each month, the episode will focus on a discussion between me and someone in my community. It could be a friend. It could be someone in the audience, someone who has listened to a podcast or read a blog post. It could be someone in the podcast community, someone that I can discuss things that are going on in our world right now, current events, or we may just talk about past podcast episodes or past blog posts so that we can get a better understanding of what you see or what you hear right here on Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna. So the 7th, 17th, and 27th of each month is when you want to listen to those podcasts, available on all your favorite podcast platforms. That's Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna is available. So here's what's important. Comment. That's how you get involved in the conversation, people. Comment on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment on the videos that you see. Go to the blog post. Comment there. Leave something so that I can converse back with you on Facebook, Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna. Comment on what you see there. That is how we are going to interact with each other. And I promise you, I will reply to as much as I possibly can, because that is how we have a conversation. So that's it. That's what Liberated Conversations with Ruthenna is. And that's how you can join the conversation. I want you to jump right in, starting on the 7th of each month, or whatever day you're listening to this, the 7th, 17th, and the 27th of each month. Comment, listen. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to talk with you. I want you to join the conversation. So until our next conversation, peace, stay cool, and God bless.